Your membership card has hidden codes that unlock senior savings, but Costco buries them so deep, 93% of shoppers over 60 never claim a single one. You're literally leaving cash at the register. Here's something Costco will never tell you. Walk up to their hearing aid center, hand them your hearing aids, and they'll clean and check them for free. Doesn't matter where you bought them. Could be from their competitor down the street. They don't care. No appointment needed at most locations. Just show up during pharmacy hours and ask. Now here's where it gets interesting. Those repairs that cost 50 to 100 bucks at other places, Costco technicians often fix them right there, on the spot, for $0. Your hearing changed since your last fitting? They'll reprogram the settings too. Still free. I know what you're thinking. What's the catch? Well, about 30% of adults over 70 have hearing loss, and most people wait 7 years before doing anything about it. 7 years. That's longer than some marriages last. Costco knows this. They're playing the long game. Keep you comfortable now, and when you eventually need new hearing aids, guess where you'll go? But here's the thing. There's absolutely no pressure to buy. You can walk in, get your aids cleaned, chat with the technician about your grandkids, and walk out without spending a penny. My neighbor Frank did this for 3 years before buying anything. He called it his free spa day for ears. But free hearing aid service is just the beginning. Because what most seniors don't realize is there's another department where you don't even need a membership card to save serious money. Here's the thing about Costco Pharmacy that drives the big chains absolutely crazy. They'll match lower prices. Good RX coupon showing 40 bucks cheaper at Walmart? Show them. They'll match it. Most people have no idea they can even ask. But wait, it gets better. You don't need a membership to use their pharmacy. Federal law says pharmacies inside warehouse clubs must serve everyone. Just walk right in. Tell the door person you're heading to the pharmacy. Done. My buddy George paid full price at CVS for 11 years. 11 years! When I told him about Costco, he nearly dropped his coffee. His blood pressure medication? $47 at the chain pharmacy. $4 at Costco. Same exact pills, same manufacturer. Different price tag. That's not a typo. $4. Generic medications at Costco run 50 to 80% cheaper than CVS or Walgreens. And here's something your doctor probably won't mention. The pharmacist can often suggest a cheaper equivalent medication. One quick call to your doctor for approval, and suddenly your monthly costs drop like a rock. Why don't more seniors know this? Because Costco doesn't advertise it. They figure word of mouth works just fine. Meanwhile, millions of people are paying retail prices when they could literally walk in off the street and save hundreds every year. No membership fee, no appointment. Just savings sitting there, waiting for you. Speaking of places you can visit without flashing your membership card, there's another department that accepts something even better than a Costco membership. Here's something Medicare holders often miss completely. Costco Optical accepts Medicare for eye exams. They just don't bother telling anyone about it. That exam you'd pay 80 bucks for out of pocket? With Medicare, your copay drops to somewhere between $0 and $20. Same thorough exam. Same qualified optometrist. Dramatically different price. And here's where it gets interesting. Your Medicare plan might not cover frames or lenses. Doesn't matter. You can still buy your glasses at Costco prices after the exam. The two things are completely separate. Get your Medicare-covered exam, then grab frames that would cost $300 at Lens Crafters for maybe $60 to $150. How do they pull this off? Costco runs their own optical labs right in the building. No shipping glasses across the country. No middlemen taking their cut. Your new bifocals are ready in about a week instead of the 2 weeks you'd wait elsewhere. My neighbor Betty thought her glasses got lost in the mail when they showed up so fast. Nope. Just Costco being Costco. The optical department operates semi-independently from the warehouse. Translation: you can walk straight to the eye doctor without anyone asking for your membership card. Same deal as the pharmacy. I'll be honest, I thought these health rings were a scam. I bought one half expecting to send it back. 3 months later, it hasn't left my finger. And it does way more than I expected. Sleep, heart rate, activity, recovery, my cycle, and stress, all from one little ring. The thing that helped me most? I realized my afternoon coffee was quietly wrecking my sleep. One small change, cutting it off after lunch, and within a week, I was sleeping like a rock. Now, here's why I'm telling you this. Right now, the ring's 63% off. Just $60 if you grab it through the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. There's a 90-day money-back guarantee if it's not for you. But I'm keeping mine. So, we've got free hearing aid services, pharmacy savings without a membership, eye exams covered by Medicare at wholesale prices. But none of that compares to what happens when you need new tires. Let's talk about tires, specifically the money you're leaving on the road. Buy a set of tires at Costco once, just once, and you've unlocked free rotations, free balancing, free flat repairs, and free inflation checks for as long as those tires exist. Every tire shop in America charges $15 to $25 per rotation. You're supposed to rotate every 5,000 miles. Do the math over a tire's lifespan, and that's $200 in savings. Gone. Just from spinning rubber around. But here's the part nobody mentions. Costco fills your tires with nitrogen instead of regular air. Now, nitrogen sounds fancy, like something astronauts use. And they do actually, but the real benefit, nitrogen molecules are bigger than oxygen molecules. They leak out slower. Your tire pressure stays stable for months instead of weeks. Why does this matter for seniors specifically? Because kneeling at a gas station air pump in January is nobody's idea of a good time. Bad knees, cold hands, that little pressure gauge that never works right. Nitrogen means fewer trips to fight with those machines. Then there's the road hazard warranty. Hit a pothole, nail in the sidewall. Costco replaces the tire. No arguments, no fine print about normal wear. 5 full years of coverage. My uncle drove over a broken bottle 3 years after buying his tires. Full replacement. He still brings it up at Thanksgiving. And if you think tire savings are good, wait until you hear what Costco does with your medicine cabinet. Your medicine cabinet is probably robbing you blind right now. Here's something doctors rarely mention. Kirkland Signature makes over-the-counter versions of expensive medications. And these aren't knockoffs. They're FDA-approved identical formulas. Same active ingredients, same dosages, same everything. Take omeprazole. That's the heartburn stuff. Brand name Prilosec runs over $200 for a year's supply. Kirkland's version, about $15. Same purple pill, same relief. 93% savings, or allergies. Kirkland Allertech is literally Zyrtec without the fancy marketing budget. Minoxidil for hair loss? Rogaine charges a fortune. Kirkland sells the identical formula for a fraction. But here's what makes this a real trick. Many seniors take prescription-strength versions of these same medications. Pay copays every month, stand in pharmacy lines, when the over-the-counter strength would work just as well. Your doctor might not bring this up, not because they're hiding anything, they're just busy. Prescribing is automatic. But switching from prescription to OTC, that requires a conversation nobody thinks to start. So start it yourself. The Costco pharmacist can legally tell you which Kirkland products match your current medications. Just walk up and ask. They'll compare your pill bottles to what's on the shelf. No appointment, no charge. One more detail I appreciate. Kirkland bottles have larger print and easy open caps, because whoever designed them actually thought about the people using them. Speaking of memberships paying for themselves, there's a Costco upgrade that guarantees you can't lose money. Here's something most people get backwards about Costco memberships. The executive level costs $65 more than the regular Gold Star. Sounds like an upsell, right? The kind where you nod politely and say, no thanks. Except Costco does something no other retailer would dare. They guarantee you can't lose money on the upgrade. If your 2% rebate doesn't cover that $65 difference, they refund what you're short at renewal time. You literally cannot come out behind. Let that sink in for a second. A company is betting against itself. They're so confident you'll spend enough that they'll stake their own profit on it. That's either bold or crazy, maybe both. The math works out simply. Spend $250 a month at Costco, and your rebate covers the entire upgrade cost. Spend more, and you're pocketing free money. The average executive member gets back around $350 annually. That's a nice dinner out, or 12 nice dinners at home. But here's where seniors specifically miss out. Couples who split purchases with adult children often spread spending across multiple membership cards. Dad buys the paper goods. Daughter grabs the groceries. Nobody hits the threshold alone. Consolidate those purchases under one executive membership, and suddenly everyone benefits from the same rebate check. You can also downgrade mid-year for a prorated refund. No commitment, no risk. Now, speaking of eliminating risk, there's a Costco program that makes buying a car feel almost pleasant. Car dealerships rank somewhere between root canals and jury duty on the list of things nobody wants to deal with. The fluorescent lights. The guy in the bad suit asking what it'll take to get you into this car today. The 4-hour negotiation over floor mats. Costco looked at this whole mess and said, nope. Their auto program cuts through every bit of that nonsense. You pick a car online, get a pre-negotiated price, and show up basically just to sign papers. No haggling, no games, no salesperson pretending to check with their manager 6 times. The savings. About $1,000 below what everyone else pays for the identical vehicle at the same dealership. Here's how it works. Participating dealers agree upfront to honor Costco's negotiated prices. It's a condition of being in the program. They can't suddenly add fees or play the usual tricks. The price is the price. And yes, this covers used cars too. Most people assume it's new vehicles only. Wrong. One Consumer Report study actually compared car buying services head to head. Costco's program beat TrueCar and similar services by around $300 on average. But the real value for seniors, you can handle almost everything through email. Get your quote. Compare it against competitors. Show up only when you're ready to drive away. My uncle used this last year, walked in, signed papers, left in 40 minutes. He still talks about it at every family dinner. Speaking of trips, Costco's travel deals offer something unusual for cautious planners. Booking travel online feels like gambling sometimes. You click reserve, cross your fingers, and hope the hotel actually looks like those suspiciously perfect photos. Costco travel works differently. They bundle flights, hotels, and rental cars at prices that make Expedia look like a luxury boutique. We're talking genuine wholesale rates, the kind travel agents used to guard like state secrets. But here's what actually matters for anyone over 60. Flexibility. Most discount travel sites lock you in tighter than a pickle jar. Change your flight? Fee. Cancel the hotel? Fee. Sneeze wrong? Probably a fee. Costco Travel lets you change or cancel most bookings without getting financially punished. Life happens. Doctor appointments pop up. Plans shift. This policy alone saves headaches worth more than any dollar amount. And the packages come loaded. Free breakfast, resort credits, room upgrades. These aren't buried add-ons you discover at checkout. They're included automatically. Cruises deserve special mention. Senior-friendly sailings through Costco Travel run $100 to $400 less per person than booking directly with the cruise line. Same ship, same cabin, different price. The concierge service seals the deal. Flight gets canceled? Call Costco's travel desk. They handle it. No sitting on hold for 3 hours with an airline that couldn't care less. Members over 65 report the biggest savings on Hawaii, Mexico, and Caribbean trips. These destinations typically have the highest hotel markups. Costco cuts right through them. Now about returns. Costco has a policy that sounds almost too generous to be real. Most stores give you 30 days, maybe 60 if they're feeling charitable. Return something after that? Good luck. You'll get looks like you just asked to borrow their car. Costco, no time limit on most items. That recliner you bought 3 years ago that now makes your back feel like a pretzel? Bring it back. Full refund. The blender that worked great until it didn't? Same deal. And here's the part that makes people's jaws drop. You don't need a receipt. Your membership card tracks every single purchase you've ever made. Lost the receipt in that drawer where receipts go to die? Doesn't matter. They'll look it up in seconds. Electronics do have a 90-day window. Fair enough. But compare that to Best Buy's 15-day policy, and Costco still wins by a landslide. Mattresses are where this gets interesting for seniors. Bodies change. What felt comfortable at 62 might feel like sleeping on rocks at 67. Members have returned mattresses years later when their comfort needs shifted. Full refund. Why would any company do this? Simple math. Costco figured out that generous returns create lifetime members. One returned recliner costs them maybe $300. A loyal member who shops there for 20 years? Worth thousands. They're playing the long game. And honestly, it works. But cashback rewards might be the most overlooked senior benefit of all. Let's talk about the credit card most seniors completely overlook, the Costco Anywhere Visa by Citi. No annual fee. Zero, not a cent. That alone makes it unusual. Most cards with decent rewards charge you $75, $95, sometimes $120 just for the privilege of carrying them. This one, free. But here's where it gets interesting. 4% back on gas, 3% on restaurants and travel, 2% at Costco itself, 1% everywhere else. Now, Costco gas already saves you 20 to 40 cents per gallon compared to the Shell or Chevron down the street. The 4% back? That stacks on top. My neighbor fills up twice a week. Between the cheaper gas and the cashback, he's saving nearly $50 a month without doing anything different. Average cardholders earn $300 to $500 annually, just from regular spending. And here's what trips people up. The rewards come as a certificate once a year, but you can walk right up to the register and get actual cash, not store credit, real money in your hand. Meanwhile, plenty of folks are still carrying cards with $95 annual fees that pay worse rewards. They've had those cards for years, never bothered to compare. Simple math again. Free card that pays more versus expensive card that pays less. Costco quietly built one of the best senior discount programs in America. They just never bothered to advertise it.